So today we'll discuss about another type furnace that is called as vertical core type induction furnace, that is also called as a Ajax White furnace. It is also known as a Ajax White furnace. Here we discussed last class because direct core type furnace, but here it is a vertical core type. Here the core is in the form of in a vertical core instead of horizontal core. So come to the figure. The figure here shows that here same primary binding is present and core is also present, and refractory linings are there here, and charge particles are here, and door for the charging furnace is also present. So same thing, when a supply is given and the current will flow through the primary binding according to the transformer principle, the charge in the of the charge is in the form of it converted in the form of heat. So charge is heated, so it forms a molten metal. So and this molten metal is circulated here in the V shape furnace. That is the main thing, is that here V shape furnace is present instead of horizontal furnace. Here V shape furnace because it is a vertical core, so that's why it is a vertical core type furnace. So that's why here it is a vertical core type induction furnace is there, that is called as a Ajax White furnace. So back to the slides. So vertical core type induction furnace, that is Ajax White furnace. It is also known as a Ajax White furnace. It has a vertical core instead of horizontal core for charging. In this furnace, magnetic coupling is comparatively better. Like previously furnace, we discuss on we discuss only the induction furnace. Here it is a vertical furnace, the core is vertical, that's why here magnetic coupling is comparatively better and power factor is high, hence it can be operated from normal frequency supply. The circulation of molten metal is kept up around the V%. I told already that when the charged particles are is in the when we apply the heat and it converted into a molten metal, the circulation of the molten metal is kept up around the V% by convection current. As shown in the figure we already discussed, this fact make the furnace stable for a continuous operation. The tendency of the secondary circuit to rupture due to pinch effect is counteracted by the weight of the charge in the cubicle. The choice of the material for inner lining of a furnace depends on the type of charge used. So here it is a vertical cubicle is used for the charge. Button is also V-shaped. Molten metal is kept circulated around the V, and the capable continuous operation. Normal frequency can be used for melting and can be used for melting and refining of a non-ferrous metal. This point is one of the important is here. Vertical core type furnace is always used for non-ferrous metal. That is the one of the, you can find any public sector exam like which vertical core type furnace is used for which type of metal. You have to click that non-ferrous metal. Okay, that is the main point of the motto. So this is the figure we already discussed, that here charge particles are there and here primary binding is there and core is present. Door charging furnace is also present. So the molten metal is circulated around the V. So this is the one type of furnace. So vertical core type induction furnace, top of the furnace is covered with a insulator cover. We already discussed here that here door for the charging furnace is top of the furnace. Okay, so top of the furnace is covered with an insulator cover which can be removed for charging. The furnace can be treated by suitable hydraulic arrangement for taking out a molten metal. The furnace is widely used for melting and refining of brass and non-ferrous metal. We already discussed that is only, it is the main point is that the furnace is widely used for melting and refining purpose of brass or other non-ferrous metal. As said earlier, it is suitable for continuous operation. This furnace is widely used for melting and refining of brass and non-ferrous metal. As said earlier, it is suitable for continuous operation. It has a power factor of 0.8 to 0.85. That means the power factor range of this vertical core type furnace is 0.8 to 0.5, in between, like that. With a normal frequency, its efficiency is about 75%, and its standard size varies from 60 to 300 kilowatt, all single phase. So that means it is a as compared to previous previous core type induction furnace, vertical core type furnace is far better. That is the horizontal, but it is a vertical. So vertical core type furnace is V shape, and here molten metal is circulated in the V, and it have a lot of advantages as compared to previous one. Okay. So what is the advantages? Now come to the point. What is the advantages of this type of furnace? Ajax white furnace advantages: accurate temperature control and reduce metal losses, absence of critical consequent of performance, and simple control. It is operating in high power and pitch effect can be avoided. Main is that point is that here pitch effect can be avoided. Indirect core type induction furnace. We first discussed direct, vertical, another is indirect. So indirect, charge is heated indirectly. It is a common point in case of indirect core type induction furnace. Charge is heated indirectly. That transfer the heat to the charge by radiation. So far as the charge is concerned, the conditions are similar to those in a resistance oven as shown in figure 6. Okay, we can consider the figure 6. The secondary consists of a metal. The secondary side consists of a metal container which forms a wall of the furnace proper, and the primary winding is magnetically coupled to the secondary by iron core. When the primary winding is connected to the AC supply and secondary current is induced in the metal container by transformer action, which heats up the container. The common thing is that it is a based upon the transformer principle. Primary winding is there, secondary winding is there. In case of secondary side, we have a metal container is there. Okay, and you know that when primary winding is connected to the AC supply and the secondary current is induced in the metal container by transfer action, which heats up the container. The metal container transfer the heat to the charge. Okay, that heat container transfer the heat into the charge. A special advantages of this furnace is that temperature can automatically control without use of any external equipment. This is one of the good point. Here we can say that it is one of the good point is that the metal container transfer the heat to the charge. A special advantages of this furnace is that temperature can be automatically controlled without use of external equipment. Indirect type core type furnace. The part AB of a magnetic circuit. This is the indirect type. This is the secondary side we already discussed. Now come to the picture. This is the picture here. This is the secondary winding. So we will discuss that the part AB of the magnetic circuits situated inside the oven chamber consisting of a special alloy which is loses the magnetic properties at particular temperature but regain when cooled back to the temperature. As soon as attain the temperature, the reluctance of the magnetic circuit increases manifold, thereby a cutting off the heat. The bar AB is detachable, can be replaced by a temperature. So here another one is that here is bar is there, A to B bar is there, and which can be it is used for the bar. The part of AB magnetic circuit situated inside the oven chamber constitutes special alloy which loses its magnetic properties at particular temperature. That bar will loses the magnetic properties at particular temperature, but it regain when cooled back to the same temperature. But it will be regained when it back to the cool to the same temperature. That is called as a indirect core type induction furnace. As soon in the chamber attain the critical temperature, returns the bar AB detachable and can be replaced by other bar having a different critical temperature. So this is the figure we discussed, that indirect core type induction furnace. Another one is that coreless induction furnace. What is this coreless induction furnace? Here it is a simple furnace which is the absence of core. Here we can't use any core. Previously furnace we use all types of core, direct, vertical or indirect core. But it is a coreless induction furnace. We will discuss that. Okay, that means it is a simple furnace with a absence of core. In this furnace, heat developed in the charge due to eddy current flowing through it. That is the main point, that here the furnace heat is developed in the charge due to eddy current flowing through it. Like that we have a eddy current that is flow through this. This is the base open totally eddy current. Okay.